In this tutorial, we're going to cover how to add an all-over design onto your mockup. So to start, let's double-click on the thumbnail for the Your Design layer. And notice this opened up a new window, the design window. This is called a Smart Object in Photoshop. This is where we're going to place the artwork. So let's turn on the placement guide, turn off the existing example design, and you can drag and drop your artwork straight onto here, or we can go to File, Place Embedded, select your artwork, hit enter. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, and if we want to modify the placement of the design on top of the mockup, what you can do is make sure that your design is selected in the layers panel, set the opacity to 50%, and now you can see the placement guide underneath. So to modify the size here of the artwork, we're going to go to Edit, Free Transform, and then you can adjust the placement and the size and the rotation and everything you want to make it look how you want it to look as it sits on top of the mockup. So we'll hit enter. We're going to turn our opacity back to 100%. And as best practice, let's make sure we turn this placement guide off before we leave the design window. And you can Command or Control S to save, or just go to File, Save. And then we're going to close this design window. And there you have it. Your all-over design is on top of your mockup. But there are a couple of things that we can do to make this more realistic. So maybe you're done. If you want to take a couple of extra steps, we can make this look a little bit better. So from here, let's expand the Effects folder, and we're going to modify the Design Texture layer. So notice, if I turn this off, take a look at what happens over here. The Design Texture layer is what adds the creases and the folds and the fabric texture. Right now, everything looks a little bit blown out. It's kind of hard to see the neck. It's kind of hard to see the fabric textures. So let's take the opacity on this layer up to, it's called 80%. So now we can see the fabric a lot more clearly, but the design looks kind of washed out. If we turn this off, see the design is a little bit more colorful, has a little bit more contrast. So the way we address that is with a brightness contrast adjustment layer. It's pretty simple to do. So we're going to make sure the design texture is selected. We're going to go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Brightness/Contrast. We'll click OK. And we're going to modify just the contrast for this. So as we bring up the contrast, you see the visuals of the shirt start coming back. So if we take it all the way to 100, that's probably too much. Probably for this, 50 is going to be correct. So let's close this panel here. So now this is looking a lot more realistic. The one thing that we may still want to do is remove the design from the neck here. So depending on how you are printing your actual garments in the real world, you may have just the fabric showing through on the back here, the inside of the garment. So the way that we're going to do that is with a neck mask. So if you're a Photoshop Pro, all we're going to do is take the tag mask here and apply it to the design layer and invert it. If that sounds like gibberish, don't worry about it. We're going to go through how to do that right now. It's pretty simple. So to do that, we're going to click on the tag layer, and then we're going to go to Select, Load Selection, make sure that the channel says Tag Mask, click OK. You'll notice now that we have a selection of just where the neck is. So we're going to click on the design layer, come up to Layer, Layer Mask, Hide Selection. And now that's hidden. And you want to make sure that you do this on the layer titled Design, not Your Design. Your Design is just a shortcut layer. It actually has no opacity and no fill. You want to do it on the layer titled Design inside of the Effects folder. And the final step here may be to change the color of the fabric. So you can open your color folder and set this to any color you want. So you double click on this thumbnail and we'll set it to white. White is probably the most realistic if you're doing true all-over printing in real life, but you can make it anything you want. And there you go. Now you have an all-over design.